So having studied herbs in a lot of different ways, including academically and scientifically, and including working with different kinds of traditional practitioners, I think that it's really important to understand there are multiple ways of understanding herbal medicine, that we have multiple ways of knowing as human beings. And it's when we can integrate these different ways that we get true insight into things. So one of the major ways of knowing is the scientific way of knowing, which is based on looking at the smallest part possible and understanding the mechanism of how something works. It gives us detail and specificity, and that's really important. It gives us tangible confirmation of what we may find other places. But there's another way of knowing, which is around the body way of knowing, which is the way that plants taste and the way that they feel in your mouth. And when you take a herb, if you pay attention, what does it feel like in your body? And the accumulation of many, many, many people knowing plants like that over many generations gives us the body of the more traditional herbal literature and herbal wisdom. And it's another way of knowing. It's not at odds with science. They're actually really complementary to each other, and they complete each other. And then I would say the third way of knowing, which is the way of most really traditional tribal peoples, and that's around intuition and dreaming and the more kind of spiritual aspect of herbal medicine. And that's probably the hardest way to know plants for us. If we've grown up in this much more rational and logical world, that's a really hard sense to develop. But personally, when I can access those three parts of myself, when I'm working with people or working with plants, the scientific, the intuitive, and the body sense, the traditional knowledge, that's when I feel like I really get it. People can definitely learn to understand herbs in a personal and constitutional and holistic way. What we're talking about is holistic medicine. Holistic has become a bit of a word that means alternative or something like that, but really what it means is holism, looking at the whole picture, not just looking at a very small part of the picture. So to understand herbs holistically, we need to incorporate different parts of ourselves in the way that we know, and we can all learn to do that. We can all learn to understand in a slightly more connected and ecological way.